Good evening, everybody. It is 6 p.m. We are here. It is Monday, the 22nd of January, and I am recording. So this will go onto the YouTube channel. Links to follow as soon as it's ready. Hi, Sakti. Hello, Ben. Nice to see you on. You'll notice a lack of indicators. It's his mindset. So much as we might look at some, we're not going to worry. This is the red light, green light I've got on in the background. Hi, Damon. Hi, Steve. Nice to see everybody on. Thank you all for joining. I will dive straight in. Hi, Philippe. This is a mindset session, but I think it's very much a necessary mindset session based basically on feedback I received from, I'll say one particular member, but there are, of course, many. So let's dive in. It is titled A Good Old Moan. A good old moan about moaning and all the good that it does or doesn't, if you will. Hi, Joey. There is a bucket load of preparation that goes into my own live trading sessions, and I'm going to read that again. There is a bucket load of preparation that goes into my own live trading sessions. That preparation is actually multiplied for our group sessions in order that I guide you all to the best of my ability and ideally maintain my reputation for steering you well. Notwithstanding the moans from the overtraders who will be disappointed in a session where price goes nowhere, moaning at me in your one-to-one sessions, you know who you are, about the chart said this, then price did that, etc., etc. It is futile, and as is your resistance to the fact that proper preparation and a detailed analysis would most likely have eliminated the surprises you think you encountered in your own live session. It is the preparation stage that eliminates or at least greatly reduces your chances of being caught out. The same, at least in an ideal world, kind of preparation you put into learning. You are all of you, you're well able to testify right here, right now, and I challenge you, speak up. Why don't you? It is recorded. It will go on YouTube regardless of your comments. Okay, you're all well able to testify right here that the majority of my predictions happen and the on-chart events we plan to see are indeed seen to unfold before our eyes in the live sessions. That is the result of preparation and or, if you like, detailed data analysis, if you like. And Harvey writes, spookily true. Thank you, Harvey. I don't know if that'll show up on the recording, but thank you. Detailed data analysis, if you like. So going forward, I think a step in your process should be that preparation stage where you analyze properly what it is you are looking at. Decide what you are seeking and then trade that plan. Maybe it would be an idea to include that in your daily trading plan. Data analysts we are. Risk managers we are. Traders, that makes us, not gamblers. FOMO will be a thing, and FOMO stands for fear of missing out. It will be a thing for as long as you allow the big move you just missed since you opened charts after it happened, or the big move that happened just as you had to step away. Once you let that get under your skin, that's where FOMO comes from. That is not behaving in a professional manner. Let us properly count the cards in order that we know the outcome to a high standard, to a high probability. When you train physically, those of you that do, distance does not get shorter. Weights do not get lighter. You become better able to handle them. It is the same, exactly the same, when you practice and follow your trading plan. Now, before I move on to another little thing, I wouldn't mind if you did it, Harvey, or anyone actually, just read out what Harvey wrote there, because I want people who watch this YouTube recording to know it's live, it's witnessed by many people. If anyone could unmute and read out Harvey's last comment.
Spookily true.
Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, Harvey. I see you tried. I guess you don't have a mic unmuted or something. But thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. It shows people that we are genuine here and that I'm happy to be judged by a jury of my peers. And you, members, are exactly that. You are the jury of my peers. And again, on our sessions, I predict something will happen. Mostly it happens. On the few events where it doesn't happen, we don't get caught out because, well, we're not playing that game then, you know? I have a small and old Chinese poem I have for you. And it's interesting. It's interesting to me because I am an archer as well. If an archer shoots for fun, he has all of his skill. If he shoots for a score, his hands may tremble and his breath may be uneasy. If he shoots for a golden price, he becomes mad and blinded. His skill was not lessened, but the vision of the target changed him. On the bottom of our daily trading plan, ideally you did that homework and you do have a daily trading plan that is yours. It is written, a consistent trader is able to fully immerse themselves in the execution of each and every trade without attaching consequences to it. Now that's a quote from some clever bugger who wrote it. I don't know who it is for the moment, and it doesn't really matter. It's about consistency, and it's absolutely correct. My own line would be, we cannot trade with emotion. We cannot win with emotion. Emotional trading leads to an emotional wreck. And that's true. We may find ourselves sitting on the bottom step of a concrete staircase somewhere on the street if we continue to trade with emotion. That's the reality. And it will take bucket loads of oil of Olay to fix that, I'm telling you, if indeed it can be fixed. Thank you, Sakthi. I appreciate that. And thank you, Zach. Sakthi wrote, we never lose money in your session if we're listening to you. It's very true. Thank you, Sakthi. And there you go. Thanks, Zach. Yes, emotional trading leads to an emotional wreck. Absolutely. You can't possibly trade with emotion because you're not making sensible decisions. It's why we have things like jury selection and questions like, have you read the newspapers about this trial? Yes, I know all about it. But you have a bias now. Ideally, trading with a bias is a problem. Ideally, we don't. Now, you all know way back in November, I was looking for 17,711 off this Dow. I'm not going to say it's gone there meteorically. I will open our long range forecasting tool and you will see November is where we went through 15,000. The door was opened. Yes, we had a pullback, but we didn't breach any of our significant levels, did we? In fact, we pinged off some serious levels with patterns that you all recognize as being amongst my favorites. So 17,711 is back on the table in spite of the pullback. That's the reality. And I'm happy it's back on the table. I'll take yet more bites of the apple, as you would. Why wouldn't you? I'm not going to attempt to tell you all, my loyal members, if you like, those of you who are, that, oh yeah, I held it all the way through that pullback. I did in my foot. hold it through that pullback. But I did take a rake of pips in between 15,000 and the levels, because there were multiple, at which I pulled out. I will no doubt take more tomorrow. I'll take more still on Wednesday and again on Thursday, because that's what we do. That's what we're here to do. And once again, I'm very happy to be judged by you, the jury of my peers. Now, there is occasionally there'll be somebody jumping up and down on the internet. Oh, he said that years ago. And yes, I did. I said this in 2021. I'm sure I did. I said the door was open. And if we scroll back into, then we will see that on several occasions we have risen to the level. That isn't even that far, is it? I'm looking for where we were. There you go, 15,000. So back in 2021, we also breached 15,000. And I said then, yes, maybe this is the run up to 17,711. And I traded it accordingly. And if we take a look on the daily chart, 15,000, all levels breached. And it's gone to 16.2, 1,200 pips. Does there at this point in time exist a reason to exit? Yes. Does there at this point in time exist a reason to continue? Yes. And then it's over. I trade what I see. I share what I see so that those who are interested may join in. Those who wish to become, and I'll use an old sailing term, veranda Viking, it is. And occasionally, way back in my days in Durban and at the Royal Yacht Club there, you would occasionally somebody struggling to get on a mooring or off a mooring or having some or other difficulty. It happens. There's going to be the inevitable gentleman with a beer, or, in those days, being in South Africa, it was most probably a Klipdrifting Kook. Yeah, that's a type of brandy. Sat there giving all the advice under the sun. He should be doing this. He should be doing that. Yes. And there you are, sat on your lazy butt with a drink. And I don't know, did you ever go out to sea? Did you ever attempt to cross an ocean? Did you ever deal with an issue at sea? But you get them. You will get them in trading, you'll get them in sailing, you get them in the kitchen, you get them in absolutely every single walk of life. Absolutely every. We all encounter them. Absolutely everybody in this session, absolutely everybody who listens to the recording will no doubt either have encountered that level of, and let's use inverted commas and say, advice from someone who knows so much better. Yes. Alrighty then. We'll leave it there. Keyboard warriors, that's a good term, Harvey. Absolutely, I'll take it. Yes, indeed. Veranda Vikings, I'm going to stick with, because I've seen it, I've heard it, and I've thought, yeah, you've never passed the bar. The bar being the harbour line, where you cross from a harbour to the open sea or ocean. That's it. Unless you cross the bar, don't tell me. Don't want to know. And similarly, trading, I make a living from it. So if you have some level of opinion, that's great. I listen, but be right. Especially, I'm speaking to one gentleman who isn't one of our members, but he has posted on Facebook. A gentleman named Greg, who knows not his arse from his elbow, and we shall leave it there. Thank you, but I've answered Greg. Anyway, we are 14 minutes into the recording. I don't have much more for you. It was about preparation. You've all been in my sessions, apart from that gentleman who said he's new. Well, welcome. It is nice to have you on. You've seen the feedback now from the other members. I expect to live up to my reputation, and as I said, the entries I call, the direction I give, I stand by it, and I'm usually taking the same swings as you are. Swings as in with a baseball bat. An entry, be it a long or a short, there are reasons for it. There is preparation has gone into it, or I'm not touching it and all. And if it happens to run off without me 20, 30, 40, 50 pips, so be it. But we've yet to blank often. You'll find them in your in your pod chat there, Joey. Zach's on, he'll be able to steer you in the right direction later. You will find the link. You won't be missing out. Don't you worry. They're on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We have 7 live trading calls per week. And then obviously we have this one, the clinic session, which we try to do some level of education. That's the reality. I'm going to say try, because to hear one has to listen, to see one has to look. And sadly, some of the people who want a good old moan will find reason to not hear, or to hear something I didn't say, or see something I didn't write. It's the truth. It happens. I've been presented with exactly that feedback in the past. Any questions before I end the recording and prep to unload? Do feel free to unmute if you have one, or if you want to give feedback. I have no problem with that. Cheers, Damon. Thanks, Janelle. Thank you. Nobody? Any advance on nothing before I hit the stop and upload? In that case, thanks, Zach. Thanks, Zachary. In that case, I will say many thanks, everybody. And as always, please trade safe.